Good morning, and welcome to another Semen Retention Sunday episode here on the Regal Change account. I've been seeming to wonder how to begin this video because there's really no easy way to talk about what I'm going to be talking about in this video regarding this topic, simply because there are many people who rely on this practice of semen retention as a method to help them be closer to the soul of existence. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that as a method. However, what we have to recognize is that, okay, I've been on semen retention for 1,500 plus days at this point. And it's a method, and it's been a great method, but you get to a point to where you no longer really need the method. It's kind of like you're in a car. You're in a car and you drive, across the land to get to where you want to go. And then you realize that if you want to go to where you really want to go, you don't really need a car anymore. What you need is an airplane or a boat. Now, are you going to drive that car into the ocean? Or are you going to get a plane or a boat? You're going to get a plane or a boat. You're not going to drive the car into the ocean because that's just not the vehicle anymore. It's the same type of thing with semen retention. Semen retention is a great vehicle to get you where you want to go. If you want to conquer lust, if you want to get closer to the soul of existence, if you want to let go of being a beta male, if you want to learn how to integrate a form of truth into your life where you can live the truth and let die what is false, fantastic vehicle. Fantastic vehicle. However, if you want to be more formless and you don't want to be attached to anything really, you don't want to cling to anything, any type of reality, any type of method, you don't want to cling to any form of time, you can see these forms of methods, or you can see these forms of beings in which, there's another form of the timelessness of life. There's another form of the soul of existence expressing itself. It's like looking at this rock. I'm looking at this rock right here, right? Oh, there's a form of the soul of existence right there. When I look at a tree, oh, there's a form of the soul of existence right there too. When I look at my body, it's like, oh, there's a form of the soul of existence. It doesn't really feel like my body though. Like it is my body, but it doesn't really feel like my body. And so this enhancement of vitality and vigorousness is absolutely part of the semen retention process. And I'm going to be practicing semen retention as long as I don't have women in my life where I'm going to be participating in truthful contract relationships with them. I don't really plan to not be on semen retention, but I'm not attached to the practice of semen retention anymore. I don't see what is this? I don't really see this as it's not my method to the soul of existence anymore, but it is. It's a paradox. And so this is where a lot of people who are practicing semen retention really, they might not get it. They might not get it, and that's okay. But if you do want to understand what I'm saying, it's okay if this is still your method. It's okay. It's not a big deal. But I've just been on this journey for so long where I've started to see that you can trap yourself in the method. And that's one of the reasons why I have my Godlike Mastery offer. The Godlike Mastery offer is designed to be a system to help you get out of systems. And I genuinely trust that any system that keeps you in systems is not actually a real system. It's much like the education system or the government or these legal systems. I mean, we participate in legal systems that legally subtly abuse us all the time. All the time. I mean, I read this this article recently. It said housing from 2020 to 2026 has gone up 54% in price on average across the United States. 54%. And has wages kept up with that? Not at all. So we're all stuck in a system that's going to collapse sooner or later. And look, don't get hyped up about that. Okay, I want to make a video on this on my other channel, Regal Shaman, but the end of times, that's a hype. It's not to say that it can't happen. It's not to say that it should or shouldn't happen. It's just, that's an astral drama. That's an astral drama that people are buying into to such a large degree that, like, yes, semen attention can help you see through this veil a little bit more. But if you don't really want the truth, it doesn't matter how much you practice semen retention, you're not going to be able to see the truth. If you want to just confirm everything that you already believe, well, then that's fine. I mean, you can do that. And semen retention does have absolutely benefits. I mean, we did that case study on semen retention. There are psychophysiological effects that take place. We studied this. This is actual data. You know, in the Regal retention study from April to May this year, we did like true hardcore studies and data with these subjects and with these people that clearly demonstrate there's a psychophysiological correlation between sexual urges and creativity, discipline and sexual urges, etc. So the more that the matrix or Maya or the illusion, whatever you want to call it, the construct, the simulation, the more that it puts you in a position where you are blinded by lustful desires. I mean, that's what fuels the matrix, right? That's what fuels the Maya simulation that we're currently in the most is lust. And so we are fueled. Well, we're not fueled. We are fueling. We are the energy source for these people. And if they can't get it from us with lust, they're going to try to get it from us in other ways. And like, for example, yesterday, all of a sudden, out of nowhere, my technology started to glitch out. Everything was kind of acting strange. And I got a huge headache. You know, all of a sudden, like a huge headache. It felt like I was in a pressure cooker. You know, that is the 5G data. That's all this, you know, whatever else they're doing with things. I mean, yeah, no duh. The government can read your mind. The phone can read your mind. Like, none of this is like really private anymore, right? Like, this is one of the reasons why I so much value the privacy that I do have. Like, what privacy I do have. Like, there are things that I do where it is just me and the soul of existence. And I will not tell anybody about those things. Because there's a sacredness to that. And being on semen retention for years has demonstrated to me that there's something so much more beautiful going on here in the domain of life, that if we just have but the courage to understand what exactly this life is really about and truly seek the truth and let go of these desires for outcomes or goodness or things. Like, there's in the Gita, the Bhagavad Gita, it talks about how there's desireless action. Now, desireless action is quite an interesting, I don't think it's a concept, but it can be seen as a concept from certain planes of consciousness. And so most of us have desired actions, right? Whether it's like there are things that people do that they actually believe that they are doing something that is good. And it can be good, like it can be positive, but it's still in the illusion, right? Because there really is no separateness. That's the illusion. Like, for example, last night, it was just like the whole day yesterday was just really the whole last week. It's just been nonstop craziness. And I feel as though I've been the only one that's been grounded in my community, like my physical community. And it's getting exhausting feeling like I'm dealing with kids sometimes. Like there are good moments, don't get me wrong. There are good moments where there are reasonable people that I get to talk to, and I have the great pleasure to talk to. And I sometimes wish that time would just stop for just a minute being around these types of people, because, man, it's such a blessing to be able to be around like reasonable people. But, man, sometimes it just feels like you're the only sane person, and it makes you go crazy, because you're just like, you guys are, and then you just kind of laugh at it, right? Like you just laugh because you see that that's the ego, right? Like that's the ego coming in and wanting to do its thing, and then you come back to baseline and it's okay. But it doesn't mean that on a human level it's not annoying. Like there's the observer part of me, and then there's the human part of me, and I can exist on both of those planes of consciousness simultaneously, and it's okay to do so. It's okay to be human. You know, it's okay. And anyway, so it was a long day, long week, and holy moly, like I saw this craziness, and then it rained last night. It just rained for a little while, and things kind of cooled down. I mean, even this morning, there's the smell of the rain, the summer rain, kind of left over, and that freshness and that zest in the air. And I was so grateful for it. And then I saw the sunset, and the sunset was one of the most beautiful sunsets I've seen in a long time. Like we get a lot of good sunsets here, but I mean, it was just so beautiful. Like that pinkish, yellowish tint across the whole sky, and the dark, like thunder clouds kind of circling around still from the rain. I mean, it was just beautiful, with the mountains right in the background too, right? And it was strange. I didn't really feel like, oh wow, like usually when I look at a sunset like that, I usually feel this emotion of like heavenliness. And then when I see the chaos, I usually get this emotion of like hellishness, rather. And in both of those scenarios yesterday, I didn't feel hellishness or heavenliness. I just, there it is. And it wasn't like I was apathetic, because I felt the emotions, but I didn't feel them in a way where I was super attached to the feeling of it. And that was really unique to me. And that's what I feel as though what the Bhagavad Gita was talking about with desireless action. Could be, could not be, but that's just kind of my inclination. And I'm just, I'm speaking from the spirit of the time, right? You're not obligated to be exactly who people think you are 5 minutes, 10 minutes, a month, 2 months, a year ago. You're okay to be a different person. You're okay to move on. You're okay to grow. All right, you're okay to grow, and that's what, a lot of people, if they can't like keep up with your growth, like that's the biggest thing for me with women, is there's a lot of beautiful women, and I love being around beautiful women. It's just a lot of them can't keep up with the growth. They just can't keep up with it. And it's not really their fault. It's just the illusion is so great. But alas, I trust that this message reached those that have eyes to see and ears to hear, and that reach those that are prepared to hear this type of message. And I trust that if you're interested in the Godlike Mastery offer, you will apply to it. I do not accept everybody. Or you can join the Regal Academy. I do have a live class going out, that we're all doing later today at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for the premium members only. It'll be on social norms versus Stoic and Agape love. And I'm really excited for it because I put a lot of effort into it and a lot of thought into it. But of course, practicing the desireless action in it. So that's something that I'm very, I'm going to be there. I'm going to be it. So, peace be with you all. Be blessed. Until next time.